This week on Cars and Things Restos, we're back into Dave's Tunner. Get this wiring harness done. Good morning guys, we're here at the Holden Bottom Walk. Cars and Things Restos. Yes, well, we're still going with this wiring harness. It is taking a while, but we're getting there. So I've taken it all out and we've put it over here on the bench. And I'm just buttoning it all up. I didn't go in and video any of this, guys. It's just a matter of just putting the heat sheath on it and a bit of the old shrink tube, what do we call the bloody shit, the shrink wrap, and the Tesa tape, and taped it all the harness up. The only thing I haven't done is the front section or the rear section. The rest of it's all done. They're my radio wires. I'm not sure how long they've got to be, but it is all buttoned up. So that's what it looks like. I've got a couple of extra wires I've added into here, which I'll write down on my my wiring diagram. One is this one here, this brown one, which is a power wire that runs to our, where's our connector block? This connector block here, which is our wiper or high beam, low beam wiper switch, and it goes to that orange wire there, which allows direct power from the fuse box, which is constant power, so we can just hit the dipper switch, so when we see the feds we can flash people and let them know. So that'll turn them on. The other one is this one here, which I've still got to solder that into that terminal. It is squashed in there, but I just like to have them soldered to make sure, especially when they're full positive. So that runs down to here. That's the red wire running down with this blue wire. I've had to add both of those in. That is for our washer motor. Okay, so we've got to have power running to the washer motor, and then it comes back up to the washer, to the stalk, goes into that dark blue one there, and when we push the button on the washer motor, it earths it out and makes the washer motor go. What else did we do? I've terminated it. Everything's terminated now. All these are terminated. I've soldered all of these. That's the alternator power wire that runs back. That runs from there back to the starter motor. That gives us power from the alternator to the starter, or the actual positive wire to charge the battery. And I've soldered all those terminals on. They're all positive terminals. As I said, that goes to the starter motor, and this one goes to the starter solenoid, and that one goes to the alternator. I have a actual little plastic clip that covers that goes into the alternator. So that's it. Harness is near complete, so it can go back in. And I haven't terminated that wire yet. That is our fuel sender wire. So I have to just put a little terminal on that. That'll go to the fuel gauge wire, which is, so that's it there, the fuel gauge wire. So it'll just run along here over to here, and it'll have just a separate wire. Well, all the gauges are going to be separate, so they'll just have a plug that'll plug onto there, and the rest of them all run, which will be oil pressure and oil at coolant temp, which they've got their own harnesses that I'll just run through to the back, which are on the car still. That's it. That's one harness there running down there, and I'll feed that in there. I'm still waiting for the oil pressure to switch to turn up. So, because we've got an oil temperature switch. Anyway, them's the brakes. Alrighty. Well, that's it so far. We'll see about getting it into the car and hooking it all up and see if we can turn the key and make it run. Rightio. Here's our harness. Looking like a bit of a bird's nest, bit of a mess. Alright, time to put it all in, run all the wires, hook it all up and see how we go. Righto, here we are. Got our wiring harness all hooked up to the starter motor, runs up through the engine mount, up there into the alternator, that's all hooked up. We just ran the wire comes out of the floor for the rear harness, runs through here, ran the wire for our trigger wire, just got to P-clip that down to there, then we ran it into the chassis and it runs all through the chassis out to the back and it'll run across there, but that's that bit done. Right, let it down, Dave, and we'll show the people from the top. Okay, so there we got our rubber grommet in there. Still got to do that. It runs along there, down there, and across to the, what do you call it, fucking distributor. Got our other wire running through that grommet there. And I've just got to put a connector block up there. Okay, so we've got all our rubber grommet in the floor there, which covers that. That goes up to our interior light. There's our handbrake light. Got all this mounted all through here. And I swapped this around. I did have it on this side, and it held it out a little bit, so I put it on the back side, which pushed it back in away from there. So there's our wires for our fan. That's our handbrake light globe. And there's our dash harness and everything else hooked up. So looking the treat. So now it's time to hook power to see if we can get any smoke come out of the wires, eh, Trav?
Thought you would have it going by now.
Oh, gee whiz. I reckon we'll hook a battery up and see if we can make it smoke. We'll see how we go. Righto, Dave, so what I want you to do is this
Negative first, and then just touch the positive.
yeah, and if it arcs, if it's a real bad arc, we know we've got something fucking wrong.
Alright.
Yeah. Whoa, did you hear that?
Hear that relay clicking?
Yeah, clicking the relay track.
Yep.
Something fucking happened. Oh, I've got a handbrake light on. Look at this. I could must have done something right, Trav. Hang on, let's see if we got a fan, a fuel pump and whatnot. Oh no. Okay, so that's a fire. So I've got relay clicking, but we didn't get a. I reckon. Have I hooked up the earth to that fucking relay? Alright, bit of diagnosis to do there, Trav. Yeah, well, it must be an earth, because that's got power and everything to it.
Dodgy connection.
No, worked out what's wrong with it. It's useless prick who wired it up, didn't crimp the fucking, the negative terminal on the relay block. That's what it was. Just try that, Dave. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Now off the fuel pump. Yep. The fuel pump. Oh, that's enough. That turn was a bit fucking shit though.
No smoking.
There was no smokies here. I don't know about under the dash. Alright, that's that side of it. So we've got pump and trans cooler working. Oh, I didn't put the fucking cover underneath. Oh, we'll do that later. Alright. Oh, so hooked some power up now, David.
Do you want the everything running now?
Yeah. So the fuel pump should run, and we'll turn the key and see what it does. Okay, so we've got the handbrake right. Yep, that works. Right, we'll turn the key and see if she starts. Nothing. Won't start.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas.
That's not supposed I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in
I know what's wrong with it. We haven't got the starter wires hooked up. That's what's going on. We've got the inhibitor switch disconnect. This turned off, Dave. It runs, if it runs. Right, you right, David?
Yeah, you right?
Yep, go on. Should have fuel up to it.
Fuel pissing out there on the floor.
No, it's Steve.
That old chestnut.
Pissing out of your brand new fucking Aeroflow fucking regulator. No, they're fucking crap,
That's what
aren't
happened
they?
last time.
Okay, but no, it isn't just like what to do with it. Yeah, do. Well, I think it is. Alright, okay. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, we got windies.
Okay.
Yep. That says Taco battery. It's got to go that way, didn't it? We'll give it some juice. Now what I'm going to do is that fucking fan keeps going on. No, look him up, David.
Right. Here we go.
Alright, I'll have to take that off. Draws a bit of current, does it? Alrighty. So as you see, we're winding her over and she won't kick into life. So I check power. Can you grab me a burp gun, Dave?
Where's that?
So we check power at the coil. With the ignition on, we've got power at the coil. When I turn the engine over, we don't have power at the coil, so it turns the power wire off when we're cranking. So I've got something hooked up wrong in the ignition switch. I've got it hooked around wrong, I reckon. Which I haven't fucking ignition switch here. Okay, alright. Where's I've got it hooked into. Ah, that'd be why it's backing out. Like the other one was. Alright. Okay. Even if it's backing out, it's got, why would it have power there with the ignition off? So I've got this ignition wire hooked up wrong somehow. Alright, I know what I've done. I've just hooked it up incorrectly onto that terminal there, which gives it power when we turn the ignition on. But when we hit the start, it disconnects power from there and hooks power to there, which it would do on a early model points distributor setup. So it has 12 volts directly to the points to start it, and then it reverts back to a low voltage, 8 volts or something on that, so you don't burn your points out. So what I've got to do is I've got to bridge these two wires. So I'll just put another terminal on into them two in the harness and should fix it. See how I go. Do something or won't do something. Try that, David.
Right.
Right, we've got ignition. Yeah, something. There's your fuel. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's got gas.
You got gas. That's fucking all it was that fucking one wire. We got only smoke we got's coming out the fucking exhaust. How good's that? That makes me happy, David.
Yep.
But we do still have one issue, and that's that choke wire is powering the fuel pump and that all the time, not when the ignition's on, so I need to sort that out, work out what's going on there. But anyway, that's fucking pass. Hey, I'll hook up this and we'll see if that works, eh?
Oh, the fan, the mister.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Need something?
Hey, you got the mist today!
Beauty.
How cool is that? Works like a dream.
Suppose it works.
Hey, that's all it's got to do, isn't it? That's good. So, everything's good, but we have an issue with our handy dandy Aeroflow fucking fuel pressure reg. It's pissing fuel out of the front around that, which means there's probably a hole in that bloody diaphragm. And I said it was fucking dodgy from the word go. So we'll have to get hold of them, tell them what's wrong with it, and see what they'll do. Alright. What we're going to do now, boys? Just start up and keep revving it. Let it cam over. Alright, just a quick one this week. So wiring harness is in and done. Now we can, we've got to get on to Jared because we want to get that dash pad covered. Well, not that one, the one he's got. Once we've got that, we can start finishing off and putting all the interior in it. Alright. Beautiful. Thanks for coming along and watching. Chuck a like up, a comment if you like, and jump on and subscribe if you haven't. Really helps. And we'll see you next time. Cheers. Okay guys, just a reminder about the 5,000th subscriber draw. I'll show you. We are when we reach 5,000 subscribers, we're going to go in and do a random draw to all the subscribers, and you're going to. There's 2 prizes up. First prize will be this scan tool, which is the SC530 scan tool. T-shirt, hat, stubby holder, sticker, and a hoodie. Of the person's size, and second prize will be the OBD2 scan or code reader and a t-shirt of their size. So if you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe and go in and draw to win one of those once we reach 5,000 subscribers. Thanks for coming along. Make sure you jump on and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.